Hi, I'm John from Tools in Action. Today I have a super inexpensive but extremely useful tool in a workshop. Something I've been using for a few years now, and I thought about it. I got to tell you guys about it. Right here we have the Fast Cap Fast Break and the Fast Break XL, and these are edge sanders. And what these are used for is, just like they're a fast break, they are here to break the edge of any sharp surfaces you have. Whenever you cut a fresh piece of wood, it can be really sharp, and what we need to do is you can either sand the edge by hand, which can be inconsistent and tedious, or we can use one of these to get the job done quickly. So the way these work is they have a hard plastic outside body, and right in the middle here is a piece of sandpaper that is cupped. So what you can do is take this, and if you have the right size one, it will fit right over the edge of the sand of the wood, and the sandpaper will make even contact with both edges at the same time, so it will give you a nice, quick, even break. So after you do it once or twice, it's no longer sharp. You don't have to worry about splinters. You don't have to worry about it getting dinged when it gets a little bit older. When it's sharp edges, most furniture has got a nice rounded, small round edge to it. So does it really easy. The reason why there's two of these is for different size wood. The Fast Break regular size, the original, does wood from 1/4 inch thick all the way up to, I believe, 1 1/8 inch. And then for the XL, it goes from 3/4 of an inch up to 2 3/8 inch. And one little difference with these is the XL has two pieces of sandpaper right here in the middle, where this one has one that's folded over. And the smart thing about this is it uses the same sandpaper. So this size sandpaper will fit on one side here or the other side. Now, a piece of sandpaper will last you a pretty long time because you're really only using one section, one little section at a time, depending on what size wood, but you don't wear the whole thing out very fast, and it lasts. But if you're in the middle of a job and you're just not getting the results, and your sandpaper's all loaded up, inside of these you can take the ends off, and they come with, grab a wrench here, your pliers, and they come with some already inside of it. The regular comes with two extra pieces, a 180 and a 60 grit. It comes with the 180 on the outside, and I've never used the 60 grit before. Now you can cut your own sandpaper, or you can go to Fast Cap and buy the replacement pieces. But once you have them, you can actually take a X-Acto knife and cut yourself out a piece with whatever grit you want. And I've done it. It works. As long as you make a nice little cut with it, make it keep pretty consistent. Because the smaller one's a little more difficult to line it up than the large one. The large one, the same thing. If you open up the end cap on that, take the ferrule nut off, it has 4 pieces in it because it takes 2 pieces to complete a full side. So you have 2 180s and 2 60s. So I bought this for a project one time on a whim, and I used them. I didn't have the XL. I bought this at Menards, and it worked spectacular. It works great. You just walk over here, and now I have a nice, even, unsharp edge. It's just more pleasing to touch, safer. And what I was actually using it for in the first place was edge banding. So I had my plywood, glue iron on my edge banding, trim it off, and I still ended up with a really sharp edge. So this works spectacular for edge banding, dulling that corner, rounding it, and it gives it a real nice finish. Yeah, I can't speak enough for edge banding with this. This is every time I edge band, I'm using one of these. Now, this larger size comes about mostly for doors. If you've got yourself a door and you trim off the top or bottom, or for that sake, if you have to trim off an edge, you can I happen to have a piece of door here that I got from a hospital. I made a workbench out of it. And whenever you make a cut on this, it can be really sharp. And if it's on where your door strike is, you really want to sand it. So one of these works perfect for a door or any 2x4 project. If you're cutting it and you're making a nice edge on it, taking the rounded corners off of it. A couple times with this, and you really see, if I get the camera in here, you can see that there is a white edge where I took the stain off. I use these all the time, and for the price, you cannot go wrong. Like I said, at Menards, this one is right around $9, and or on the Fast Cap website, they're $9. I don't remember what I paid for it at Menards, but I could not find this one at Menards. This one I had to get from Fast Cap directly. And it was one of those things, like, I didn't think I was ever going to need it until I got to the point it was like, boy, I really wish I had the bigger one. And it happened 2 or 3 times, and finally I'm like, I got to do something about that. I got to get one. If you're building furniture, doing any edge banding stuff, and you want better, quicker, more consistent results, take a look at these. These are Ingenious by Fast Cap. They're the fast break sandpapers. Until next time, I'm John from Tools in Action. Talk to you later.
For more exciting tool action, go to toolsinaction.com.